For generations, royalty has meant perfection, elegance without a flaw, tradition without a question, and lives that seem completely untouched by ordinary struggles. But behind the palace gates and the ceremonial balconies, there's another reality, one that's carefully hidden from public view. Today, we're revealing a forbidden love story that unfolded in silence, far away from flashing cameras and official statements. A story so personal, so disruptive, that it challenged the very foundation of royal tradition. From the moment they're born, royals are taught that their lives don't belong to them, but to the crown. Every single decision has to serve history, image, and legacy. Their education is designed to shape obedience. Their emotions are trained to remain controlled. And love, if it comes at all, must fit a strict set of expectations-approved bloodlines, suitable status, and political convenience. Anything else is considered dangerous. And yet, love has never been one to follow rules. This story doesn't begin with a scandal, but with humanity. It started with a simple meeting that felt ordinary on the surface, but was unforgettable in its impact. A shared moment where two souls recognized something familiar in each other, something real. One lived under the constant pressure of royal duty. The other lived completely outside that world, free to choose, free to feel. What started as just a conversation soon turned into understanding, and that understanding slowly grew into a connection that neither one of them could deny. As their bond deepened, secrecy became their only protection. Meetings were planned with meticulous care. Words were chosen with extreme caution. Every single encounter carried both joy and fear, because they knew that discovery meant consequences that no one could fully escape. The palace walls, which were once symbols of privilege, became barriers that kept their love trapped in the shadows. Imagine the emotional weight of living a divided life, smiling for the public while your heart is breaking inside, fulfilling your duties while you suppress the deepest truth of who you are. This is the isolation that comes with royal power, where even your own family can become distant when tradition is at stake. To the advisors and the elders, this relationship wasn't seen as love, but as a threat capable of destabilizing a reputation, political alliances, and centuries-old expectations. As whispers started to spread, the tension intensified. The media began to sense that something was wrong. Public appearances were scrutinized like never before. Every glance, every gesture, every unexplained absence sparked wild speculation. The pressure became unbearable, forcing a heartbreaking reality to the surface. Love and duty could no longer exist side by side. At the heart of this story lies an impossible choice. Remain loyal to tradition and sacrifice your own happiness, or follow your heart and risk losing absolutely everything. We're going to take you deep inside that internal battle, a place where fear, hope, courage, and doubt all collide. It shows how the immense weight of expectation can silence even the strongest voices, and how choosing love can require a kind of bravery that very few people ever truly understand. This isn't a tale of rebellion just for attention, nor is it a scandal driven by drama. It is a deeply human story of longing, restraint, and quiet resistance. It reveals how love, when it's denied, doesn't just disappear, it grows stronger, more painful, and more urgent. And when the truth is suppressed for too long, it eventually demands to be seen. As this story unfolds, the true cost of secrecy becomes painfully clear. Relationships are strained. Loyalties are tested to their limits. Identities are questioned. What does it really mean to belong to a crown if it means losing yourself in the process? Can tradition survive without compassion? And who truly gets to decide the fate of someone born into a role they never chose for themselves? This is a look behind the curtain of royalty to show something that is rarely ever acknowledged: the vulnerability hiding behind the power, the loneliness behind the luxury, and the emotional sacrifices hidden beneath all those ceremonial smiles. It challenges the idea that privilege protects you from pain, and reminds us all that love remains one of the most powerful forces in the world. Even in the most controlled and restricted lives, there is no simple ending here. No perfect, tidy resolution. There's only truth, courage, and the lasting impact of a love that refused to be erased from history. When the truth finally emerges, it changes not only the lives of those directly involved, but also the way the entire world sees royalty itself. If you are drawn to forbidden love stories, hidden royal secrets, and powerful storytelling that reveals the human cost of tradition, then this story will resonate with you on a deep level. It's a story about choosing authenticity over expectation, love over fear, and truth over silence. Watch until the very end to uncover how this secret love story unfolds, the incredible sacrifices it demanded, and why some love stories, no matter how hard they are, hidden, are always destined to be revealed. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that uncover the truth behind the headlines.